Welcome to the Your Life, Your Voice YouTube channel. Proudly brought to you by the Diversity and Disability Program at the Migrant Resource Centre, Northwest Region, where South Africans, organisations and the community interested in culturally and linguistically diverse and the Disability Centre get together.
The Diversity and Disability Program would like to acknowledge the Wurrung and Bunurong peoples of the Kulin Nation, the traditional owners of the land on which we work and live. We recognise their continued connection to land, water and the community. We pay our respects to elders past and present.
Nothing about us without us. We pay our respects to all South Africans who have worked tirelessly over many years for the right to live in a community and for equality and human rights for all.
This channel is for all those seeking to understand more about disability culture and community, to hear and learn from leaders and peers with disability, and to improve our individual advocacy skills.
This channel also aims to provide useful information about organisations and supports so that we can all live a better life in this world.
Nothing about us without us.
Every interview is unique as you and I. Your life, your voice. Be the voice of change in your life. Good morning and welcome to another edition of Your Life, Your Voice. My name is Julie and I'd like to welcome Antony Racco to the program. Hi Antony, how are you doing?
Good, thank you, Julie, and hello to everybody out there in YouTube land.
Yes, so we have a beautiful spring weather today, and everyone's suffering from hay fever and stuff, but the weather is nice. So you take the good with the bad. I'd like to welcome Manisha to our program. Manisha is a member of our DnD Steering Committee and has agreed to our interview. Hi, Manisha, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you, Julie and Antony?
Yeah, we're coping.
Yeah, very good. Great to have you on, Manisha.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Antony.
So, Antony, would you like to kick off the questions, please?
Yes. So our first question is, just tell us a little bit about your background.
Yeah, sure. I'm from India and my culture is Hindu festival. I'm from Hindu, and my families all are in India. But after my dad is passed away, after I will stay with my sister's place in Australia, Melbourne. And I'm happy here to connect with my family because it's alone, like there is no one is there in India. So I'm happy here with my family. Yeah.
That's great. How long have you been in Australia for?
Past 13 years.
Okay.
Can you tell us a little bit about your disability? Not that it matters, but just to give people an idea of there's diversity in disability.
Yeah. I have a polio when I was 1.5 month baby. That time I have a whole body polio, but some my mom doing some massage and everything. So I have only one leg polio and one leg is normal. But past a few years back, before I fell down in my home. It's like 6 or 7 times, and every time I have got a crack, hair crack or bone cracks. So my other leg also disabled. So my both legs are not working.
Are you been receiving any support for your disability in Australia?
No, I don't have any support from government.
So you're not eligible for NDIS and things like that?
No, I
Yeah.
don't have. Yeah. Because yeah,
Sorry, sorry to cut you off because what?
yeah, it's right. No problem.
So, I know we're getting off a bit track, but how do you find you get support from DnD people, committee members, and how do we support you with your disability or goals?
In this, seriously, I want to meet the DnD people and talk with them. I'm very happy, and yeah, it's a big thing for me to talk other person, and they talk with me, so I'm happy with the talk with DnD members, and yeah,
I must say, Manisha, you've come a long way. Because when
yeah,
you first started with DD, you used to come with Christine Williams.
yeah.
So
And
how long have you been a member of DnD for?
More than 4 years.
Oh,
I'd
great.
say like more than 4 years, yeah.
Yeah,
And I've seen real growth in you, Manisha, so much growth. I mean, I'm an extrovert and I can speak underwater, and speak to anyone, any situation, any I don't view class, I view
yeah,
people, and I don't view I really don't like people that judge others on any status, whether it's education, culture, because I think that's discrimination. And we're all human. We all want the same things. We want connection and love and support and all the things that we need in to be human in humanity. So but you've come a really long way, and you speak up more. You're more empowered. What I see, you ask for help, and that's a sign of strength, not weakness. Asking for help,
yeah.
and you're talking a lot more, which is really good. Yeah,
Yes.
and you want our little YouTube channels. How about that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's fantastic.
So, Anthony, would you like to go on with the second question?
Yeah, so the next question is, what goals have you achieved, and what have you done to navigate to achieve these goals?
when I will come here before 13 years before here. So that time I have my goal is I want to settle my both boys. And I think so I'm little bit perfect mother for my kids. I half goal I will achieve for my kids. But my main goal is I want to citizen from here. And after I want to see my kids are better settled in the Melbourne. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So what is the pathway for citizenship for you? Because I know for me it was difficult until they recently changed the immigration rules for New Zealand citizenship. I'm just curious to see what the what the barriers and challenges for citizenship would there be for you?
Yeah, I have a lot of problem with I will started to I come here and started I diagnosis with my blood pressure high, my diabetes high. So that time I will little bit you know stress and everything because I have a medical problem with I can't buy the medicine outside because my sister is lot of help me, but the medicines are very expensive. And after I will join the SRC, then they are helping me. So yeah, it's now I am happy to Without support, I got the medicine from SRC and all. Yeah.
Hmm.
And my visa situation is breathing visa. So no work rights, no study rights. So I can't do anything.
Okay. Yeah, that would be very challenging.
Yeah.
You know, especially when you know that there is a lot of support out there and not being eligible to receive that support. Yeah, it'd be very difficult.
Yeah.
Well, we could move on to the next question.
Yes, please.
So how did you empower yourself to achieve your goals?
Yeah, when I will meet the DnD members and talk with them and take with their help also. So I'm going to little bit talk with other person and everything, and I got a new goal and like I want to learn about photography and everything. So in the future, I want to learn more for photography.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So you've got a big interest in photography.
Yes,
Okay.
and I'm
Do you,
I'm very happy with photography. When I will go click the photo, so I forgot everything, my stress. I don't have the visa like that, but I will everything forgot.
yeah,
Everything I've forgotten when I will do that.
okay. Yeah, I understand. So it's something that sort of, it's a stress relief for you and it's something that you enjoy doing. And
Yeah, correct.
yeah, oh, that's beautiful. Because I know there's lots of different information on YouTube. Like with everything I'm interested in, I like having a look on YouTube and finding tutorials on how to do things,
Yeah,
which is really handy.
yeah, correct.
So just on what Anthony had to say about your photography, is that how you learned, or did you do any courses through community-based courses, or did you just learn just
Uh,
by doing?
no, I'm learned with HRC provide the workshop, photography workshop. So I joined that workshop and they provide me camera and everything. And I click the go outside longer, far away and click the photo. Yeah.
Can you
That's
So
tell us?
I'm
fantastic.
not joining any classes or anything, not yet.
Can you tell us what is ASRC stands for? The organisation that you mentioned.
Yeah, it's a Asylum Research Center. So they provide the workshop. Sometimes they take us to picnic like that one. So they provide the photography workshop and 3 or 4 classes they provide us. And I learned lot of photography from there.
The Asylum
Beautiful.
Seeker Resource Centre is a really important community-based organisation. They do
Yes.
a lot of work in advocating not only for material things for people on bridging visas, people in asylum and other things, but they do work. I think they do work on the legal side also. And there are other organisations like RILC who are advocates for migrants and refugees and people on visas. So yes, so that's great that you found some support
Yeah.
with them, because so like I said before, we're all into, we're all want the same things. We have goals, we want aspirations, And yeah, so you found a way to reach part of your goal anyway. So, and learning photography.
Yes.
That's great. And I'm interested, what is there any sort of specific photographs you particularly like taking?
Yeah, mostly I like take the leg sliding in mountain, landsliding,
Oh,
the
beautiful.
water. Yeah,
Yeah,
the waterfalls, then like that one.
beautiful.
Yeah. So, have you tried selling photography? Your photography, Manisha?
No, 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 not that.
You're not interested, or it has to.
Not yet. I am not doing yet anything else, but I want to improve more than, and after I will think about that.
Yeah. Look, I'm not sure that would be considered work. So I don't want to lead you up the wrong path. So just do your research before you take on something like that.
Mhm.
You don't want to give the government any ideas.
Ah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. So we'll go on to a cultural question. So yes, so do you think your culture caused a barrier to reach your goals, to reach your full potential? Or is it or do you think it's inclusive?
Yeah, my culture is here also, and they doing the festivals, and that time I will go there and enjoy with them. So yeah, my culture program is provide here also, and I go then by temple also. So I connect with my culture here. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any other comments, Anthony?
No, that's great. Yeah, it's great to have, be surrounded by your culture in a different country. And I know that, there are a lot of cultural events for Indian culture, which I enjoy going to as well. So, yeah, I'm glad that they have a lot of that sort of cultural environment here as well, and you and your family are able to enjoy that.
Yeah.
One thing good about Melbourne is that we are quite multicultural, and there are festivals for every culture, well, almost every culture. That's I don't know about every culture, but there are festivals because I live in the western suburbs. Lots of cultural activities for Vietnamese people and others, which I'm sure there are. Definitely Maltese have their own cultural clubs and festivals. Usually they're rooted in the Catholic faith. So we have lots of dinner dances and to celebrate different saints of the different villages of Malta. There's a bit of a competition amongst the Maltese community, who has the best saint or who has the best dinner dance and stuff. So we are definitely the melting pot of culture in maybe the whole of Australia. Not too sure. And Sydney have a lot of culturally inclusive state also. Don't know about Adelaide. Adelaide is very Anglo, very Anglo. So yes, so for those of you who are maybe listening to this channel overseas, do your research, and if you're coming to Australia, and pick Melbourne. Melbourne is great for culture. So yes, so moving on. So what are your future goals, Manisha?
Future goals is that I will concentrate with the photography and take more photos and put in the on the Facebook, and yeah, I want to go far away and take the pictures and enjoy the nature
Have you been to New Zealand before?
No,
There's some
never.
there's some beautiful scenery in New Zealand that you'd be able to take some really great photos of. Also, there's lots of places in Australia as well, but I think I'm biased from being from New Zealand. So
In future, I will definitely go there also.
New
yeah,
Zealand is very pretty. I've been to New Zealand once, and on a cruise, and it's very. Yeah, I'd like to go back again one day. Yes. How about we move on? So if you could do one thing that you've never done before, what would that be, Manisha?
Sorry.
If you could do one thing in your life that you've never done, what would that be?
Seriously, Julie, I'm focused only when my kids are settled. I got my PR visa, and I will go to like a New Zealand, Sydney, and I take the photos and happy with that
Yeah,
in the future.
that's good. So it's really important to have goals, aspirations, and plans, because that's the sort of building blocks of self-esteem and building confidence, and having things to look forward to. Yes, so and I would encourage everyone on YouTube that who's watching to have a little goal. It doesn't have to be like a big goal, because everything starts with one step.
Yeah.
A marathon starts with one step. So if we focus on what we can do, on our strengths and abilities, and set goals, I think that would help your mental health. It certainly
Yeah.
helps my mental health when I set a goal. And what about you, Antony? What do you like? Have any comments about goal setting and self-esteem?
yeah. I think you're totally right, and for myself, I think it's really good for my mental health just to have something to strive for, and having different goals, like having a big, having your little small goals that achievable, like in the short term, and then having like big goals that maybe you may not reach or you may reach, but I think it's good to sort of have those dreams and aspirations.
So one way we can plan for these is having a network of people. It can be informal, can be formal, people you trust, and it could be an NDS provider, could be an advocate. You come into DnD and have a chat with us, Christian and the team. And yes, so I suppose I'm really passionate about this because I didn't know what I could achieve until I started exploring, and unfortunately, because of quite brutal psychological abuse, I don't see my value at times. Other people say, "But Julie, you're so confident," but it's always a work in progress, because I tend to err on the humility side of life, because in my past life, lots of people were quite arrogant with big egos, and they were quite confident, but it was an act. Now, I think I spoke about this in another episode, is that it's good to like show confidence, even if we're not confident. And I think how do I phrase it, Anthony? there was a phrase I used, which I can't think of. It's something that actors use. So,
Fake it till you make it. Is that the one?
that's fun. Fake it until you make it.
Yeah.
Now, in everything in life, there's always a balance. There's like those that fake it, but really can't make it because of a lot of reasons. There's a fake it, and because of their psychological profile of abuse in childhood, they don't realise how capable they are, and other people see that in you. So I see that in Antony and Manisha and all our steering committee members, and we empower, we encourage and empower others, and in turn they empower us. And it's all about it's not fake. So they really see. I really see things in all our steering committee members. There are a lot of people I associate with in the disability centre. So yes, another a phrase that I'm currently using is "fake it until you make it," and so we can all use that as a springboard to be confident in what we say and know that you won't be shouted down and abused and ridiculed. So yes, which is a lot of people in the disability scene have been abused, and and because of that abuse, have to fight harder to realise and recognise their potential.
Yeah, and I think that that phrase "fake it till you make it." I think it's a way for us to sort of force ourselves to believe in ourselves and act in a way that we believe in ourselves. But then it's not that. And then once we go through those stages, then we start to realize that we actually did believe in ourselves. It was just that we were a little bit apprehensive, but the act of faking it till you make it actually, puts that in motion. If I'm explaining that clearly.
So what it is, it puts the idea in your head. So people don't know that you have anxiety, that people generally don't know your background and the psychological things that make up the psychological profile that makes up Anthony or Julie or Manisha or anyone. So I think it's a really good tool, really useful tool to build our confidence and to understand and to break down that the negative psychological things that are built up in our head. Because when you're constantly told, whatever negative things you're told in life, from birth to life for however long, then, it tends to mirror its ugly head down the road in different groups, different situations. So what everyone needs to do if this is happening is and it can be broken. The actual record in your head can be broken, but it needs attention. Like when the child is crying, the child needs attention, or the squeaky wheel needs oil. So also with neglect and abuse as adults, we need psychologists, we need friends, we need people to lift us up when we're down. We need to understand that, yes. So, and that will eventually break the cycle of abuse in your head, because someone described as a record. So someone may say something negative about you once, but that one time that it happens, it goes round and round in your head for whatever reason. So we have to identify others who reinforce negative attitudes into ourselves. When this happens, We need to get rid of these people. So one way I do it is by ghosting. And I thought it was a really cruel way to deal with it, but it's not, because some people are really difficult to get rid of. And just giving you a message is an invitation to continue to abuse others. So I think ghosting is a very effective way, and it's not cruel, because I think you have to look after yourself first. So if you're religious in any way, when Jesus came to earth, or Muhammad, whichever God you believe in, you have to, as a human, you have to look after yourself first. So it's not cruel. You have to look after yourself. I mean, Jesus had to stop to eat and to rest and to pray and to do all the things that us mere mortals had to do. It's not selfish. It's self-protection, and it's not hurting anyone. So do we have any comments on my spiel at all? By anyone?
I agree.
So
I agree too. Yeah.
you agree? Yeah, you all agree. Anyway, let's move on. So what's your vision for cold disability in 20 years' time? What would you like to see, Manisha?
In the seriously, I don't know before what is the called and NDIS and everything. I don't know about anything, but little bit when I will start it with DnD, and I know who I little know about who the supporters provide disability program, and they support us. But before I don't know anything about the NDIS, NDIE, card, nobody. But also I little bit I understand now, little bit, not more than who support us and who support not. Yeah.
So maybe, sorry, go on.
No,
So maybe in 20 years' time, we're talking about the future. So we can have better access to NDIS for people on bridging visas. We can have a more humanitarian approach to people on visas. We can provide more community-based support. What else can we do?
I think have the information readily available, and sort of, so you don't have to go searching for different information. The information for those that need it should be, there for them, rather than, I know there's a lot of people out there that don't know that what is out there. So, they're not exposed to that, the information that they need to get certain supports.
Well, I don't know exactly how people are about the process of visas and immigration. I'm a first generation a migrant. So, but there are settlement services in places like the Migrant Resource Centre, and I think better awareness around these services would go a long way. I mean, like there are people in our circle that need this support, and they are now aware of these services. But I mean, that's because they're advocates and they're connected to us. What about someone who comes off a plane or a ship or whichever way they come to Australia, Yeah, it's sort of like interesting to sort of like unpack how they get support and how they survive, because it's brutal, I think. If you don't have any support from family or services, it's quite brutal. So people can be lost, and what I believe in is good citizenship. So this political crap about different cultures, whatever, I believe in good citizenship and providing the and without supports to empower like cultures to live the best life possible. I mean, when people are living their best life, they're contributing, they're paying taxes, they're looking after family members, they're looking after community. There are lots of positive aspects to culture, and I think that we're a long way from achieving acceptance, I think, from the political landscape in Australia. We have gotten better to a degree, but then you have like the far right, entering, politics and like scaring everyone. They're going to take our jobs, they're going to take our jobs, and it's very wrong because even if when I was studying, we had an economics professor, doctor, and saying even if what to go for bomb migrant, even if the person doesn't work, they're still contributing to society, through their culture, through their ability. And we went through some figures, so like even economically, one migrant who's not receiving any support is still contributing a lot to Australian society. So let's get on board with that, and understand that culture is a good thing, and it empowers diversity, empowers the whole nation, and brings colour and vibrancy to a state.
Yeah, I think you outlined everything nicely there, and yeah, it makes the country more enjoyable, diverse, and different ways of looking at things, and sharing all the different cultural things that everyone has to offer. I think is really special.
Yeah. So how about we move on? So in your opinion, Manisha, what does an empowered person look like? Sound like? Look like? More sound like?
So, sorry, Julie, I can't understand what you say.
So how does it empower people? Like, what does empowerment mean to you? So what does it look like?
I'm so sorry. I
Okay.
can't explain for this question. Sorry for that.
So either Anthony has a different interpretation, or we move on to the next question.
You can move, yeah.
Okay. So the next question is a little bit like, I think we've answered the last question. So yes, so in terms of, I'll just read it out. So what opportunities are available to mainstream Australians that are not available for core people with disabilities? So did you hear the question?
Yeah.
So I think I think we've really covered it with
Yeah, we've touched a lot on that with the the NDIS and all those different sort of supports that you need, be at least a permanent resident and things like that.
Yeah. Anyway, if there's nothing else you'd like to add, we'll come to the end of our program.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Manisha, and thank you, Anthony, for your time.
Thank you,
today.
Anthony.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you very much, Manisha. It's been great. Thanks, Julie.
Thank you so much, both of you.
So we'll go to the outro now.
Yeah. Bye.
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 Catch us on Your Life, Your Voice channel fortnightly or on demand.
We would like your comments and suggestions on topics you would like us to explore. Leave your comments on the YouTube comments section.
Diversity and Disability is a program of the Migrant Resource Centre Northwest Region Incorporated.
And we'd like to thank the management for funding this program and channel.
Phone number 1300 676 044.
Please feel free to email us on dndyourlifeyourvoice@gmail.com or contact us via the Migrant Resource Centre Northwest Region Incorporated.